trying to make sure that you have 600 wholesale in for that recognition. Know that the month ends February 28th. It's coming up pretty fast and it's a short month. So we want to make sure if you've been consistently doing that, that you keep following up with that. Or if you haven't, they're recognized with 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months, and they don't have to be all in a row. So there's never a time when that would not be valuable to you to complete. And then it's very important. Do you have a goal? You have a retail ordering goal or a wholesale goal, whichever way you want to look at it. You just have to be careful with 30% now. Do you have a goal for the end of each month? February 28th. It makes a difference in your unit. Um, do you have a monthly goal? And if not, I would encourage you to select one. You've got a week. We can make big things happen in a week. So, what would your goal be to be able to order before the 28th or by the 28th? Um, be thinking about that. That makes such a difference to your sales director in doing unit production. It makes a difference. It stretches you each month if you have a goal of how much you want to order each month. And of course, you just can't order, you have to sell and order. So please keep that in mind. Um, and then this February is the end of February 28th is the end of the Mary Kay Bingo Pink Out Challenge. And what we've noticed is, there's 2 assignments, I think, a week. Isn't that right, Donna? And they're very doable assignments. And if you have not been tracking all along, this week you could do all of them and get the recognition and the prize, which this is a worldwide thing. And the prize is going to be a virtual tour of the manufacturing plant and Mary Kay's offices. So it's always wonderful to see the Mary Kay offices, but one of my favorite things to do is when we have at seminar been able to personally tour the manufacturing plant. It is so interesting. So that's a worldwide challenge, and we want United States to be well represented. So after the meeting, make yourself a note right now. After the meeting, go check that out. See what you've already done and what you need to do. Donna's holding it up there. Okay, and keep in mind, this is pretty much the last week to register for whatever spring conference you are going to. So make sure you have that on your agenda. Mary Kay holds has always held encouraged 4 events a year. Seminar, fall retreat, what else? Usually there's a January jumpstart and spring conference. Those are designed to keep you motivated and educated all year long. So be sure to take advantage of those things. Okay, now we're going to have a little product update by the amazing Stephanie King. And she's very brave. I kind of had forgotten about that and thought of it at 4:30. And I asked her if she'd be willing to step out of her comfort zone, have a product, and tell us about it on very short notice. I even thought, okay, who in my unit is home from work right now? Stephanie won that prize. She was the first one to pop in my head. So, Stephanie, take it away. Share with us what you were talking about.
I am going to, and I'm going to read this because it was such short notice, Linda.
That's short notice is better than no notice, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to be advertising the After Sun Replenishing Gel. And it says, too much sun in the fun, too much fun in the sun. We've got just what you need. Give your skin the cool relief of Mary Kay After Sun Replenishing Gel, and it's backed by popular demand. You can use it on your face, use it on your body. It's a non-greasy gel and it absorbs quickly. And it contains green tea and vanilla bean extracts for antioxidant support. So the benefits of green tea, it's rich in antioxidant, which is a polyphenols, I think is how you pronounce that. Um, it shields your skin from the UV damage, pollutions, and free radicals. It reduces lines from aging. It improves skin density. It reduces redness, soothes inflammation, and reduces puffiness. That's what the green tea extracts do. And then the vanilla bean, it fights environmental stresses, um, prevents premature aging. It's a moisturizer, leaving the skin feeling soft and plump. We all want plump skin, don't we? It contains B vitamins that support overall skin health. And it's suitable for all skin types. It's dermatology tested and it's clinically tested for skin irritants and allergies. So
All right.
stock up on it because summer's coming.
And remember my promotion last week. I said stock up on it because last year I think it ran out in less than a month. It was
Wow.
very frustrating. And we only get it one time a year for some reason. And we need it for our customers all year. So don't wait. Be sure to get stocked up on it. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. You were
You're
very brave
welcome.
and you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay. Now our recognition. And remember, we recognize from weekly accomplishment sheets, we recognize from um, income producing activities, which are classes, faces, um, career opportunities, team building. So, starting with skincare sets, the most important thing we can sell, we need to sell those skincare sets. Sherry Rice had one skincare set sold, and Jean Adler had one skincare set sold. Woohoo, ladies! That's great reorder business. And be sure and check with them in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months to make sure everything's going well with them. Parties, we had Peggy Richmond with one party with 114 in sales. I don't see Peggy on here tonight. Um, Facials, Lisa Schreck had three, Sherry Rice had two. So great job, ladies. Peggy Richmond did a career chat. And as Jenny Holstenberg said, she had one new team member, and that person called her. And we found out today she's not even on the product. She was a consultant in the 90s. What that tells us is yes, we recruit closest to the product. It's ideal to have somebody have a facial, then they're going to recruit. But don't think that's the only way it happens. Sometimes they become team members because they know Mary Kay is a great product and a great company, and then they get on board with the product. So anything's possible. And congratulations, Jenny, for having this great new team member. And then we have, I want to recognize first everyone who did weekly accomplishment sheets: Stephanie King, Kimberly Suber, Deidre Hudson, Peggy Richmond, Michelle KU. I'll never forget that now, Michelle. And Jean Adler. So great job, ladies. And the next ones also did their weekly accomplishment sheets, but we recognize $300 weeks and over. So always be tracking because you wouldn't want to figure out on Sunday that you were at 297 and you could have called your sister and forced her to buy an eyeshadow from you. To get over 300. So our $300 week, ladies, Marianne Lamastus had 309. Congratulations, Marianne. Lisa Schreck had 354. And Sherry Rice had 418. So, woohoo, great job, ladies. And I'm going to ask Sherry Rice one question. Tell me what you love about your reorder business.
Oh, I love my reorder business because usually when I reach out to my customers, they need something. They are just literally waiting for you to reach out to them. Because they'll be like, I was going to call you, but I got busy, or I was going to text you, but I got busy. So usually, if you reach out to them, they're going to want one of their products or many of their products.
Great, great. Remember, in this business, we do the work of the facial or the party. And then for years and years and years after, we get paid over and over for that 2 hours time we spent with that person. And
Yes.
Sherry's right. They're saying, I was going to call you. I've had people say, oh, I've been out of my cleanser a month. I've been out of my moisturizer a month. And I always think, how in the heck can you survive that? But evidently they do.
Yeah.
So be sure that you call those customers and add on that wonderful reorder business. Okay, that's it for recognition. Remember, next week, everybody's going to turn in weekly accomplishment sheets. You don't have to worry about what's on them. Turn them in. We love you no matter what, but we love you more when you turn in your weekly accomplishment sheets. So, Donna, are you ready to get us going with our training? You're, Donna, you are
Muted.
muted.
Okay, yes, I am. Let me turn this on and get a screen share going here. Oh, I had pulled up the bingo challenge in case we wanted to show it. This has all 8 of them. Your directors have, I posted this copy in our directors group on Facebook so they can send it out if you need it. And like Linda said, it's so doable. Even if you started today and finished it by the end of the week, which is Saturday. One of them is attend your week 7 on the first row on the left. Attend your director's unit meeting. Well, that's where you are right now. Check one off. All right, so they're all very simple. So let me get rid of that and let's get to this one. I'm going to make it. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I have to start over because I didn't get the sound clicked. So it doesn't, I don't know where the option is to do it. If you don't do it when you sign up, when you started here. Okay, here we go. You can all see this, right?
And brilliant Mary Kay consultants. We are so excited you're here. We've already begun. Next half, best half, baby, right? We are already in that final 6 months of our seminar year, and I know you are ready for it, right? It is our theme in our national area this year. My name is National Sales Director Julia Mundy Garner, and I'm so honored to be with you today, to be sharing from my heart and just praying by the power of the Holy Spirit that you receive exactly what you need to take your next consistent several steps of faith towards creating it, because it is time for you to shine. It is time. And I'm so excited to be part of this with you. You know, my first pace setters was taught by one of Rena's first line sales directors, the impeccable and amazing Judy Stats. And we were required to be at her studio in person, dressed professionally, no later than 5 a.m., knowing that most of us would be then heading out to work from there. Can you imagine? Are you so excited that you are on a virtual Boss Babes Pay Setters instead of that? We graduated eventually to an 8 a.m. Saturday morning in person pay setter. And the requirements were just as stringent because you see, for those who choose to move with God, He is never.
If your neck looks like this, you need to watch this video. When you sit at your desk or use your phone, your head protrudes forward. And for every inch your head protrudes forward,
Delayed. He is never wondering what he should do next, what you should do next. And that's a higher calling than someone who just wants to play in some Mary Kay, right? So I'm so excited that you and I get to have this conversation about it, because truly, again, it is your time. So as I was thinking about just remembering that pay setters experience, so it was the only one I'd ever known growing up in Mary Kay, and it required a lot of me. I will tell you, I think over all of the years of pay setters that I ever attended, I only graduated from one. I got kicked out from not getting to do my homework and having it turned in on time and having done enough of it. So I hope that you will embrace that IPA sheet that is part of this program, or if your national has one, that tracking, that consistency. Everybody can be tempted to want to put our head in the sand and hope nobody notices. But if you think about the ostrich and how cute she is, when she sticks her head in the sand, y'all, her cute little fluffy butt is still sitting up in the air for everybody to see. So we got to keep that in mind when we try to put our head in the sand. It is time to own it and take ownership of it, knowing our numbers, tracking it. What we know is what? A tracked number grows. Well, I want you to know that I might have been voted the least likely to succeed. I was so resistant in the beginning. I'm so grateful that my sales director was so patient and kind and filled with grace. Deb Miller, mwah, forever and ever, amen. Thank you for loving me and never settling for what I kept telling you was all I was capable of. How blessed and highly favored are we to have leaders who refuse to accept the limitations we seem so committed to sticking to, right? Let it be the season where we free ourselves from those shackles of limitations that no one has placed on us but ourselves, and walk fully into our calling for this season of it. It is time. So I want you to know that when I did sign my Mary Kay Beauty agreement, I asked two questions. I said, I just want to make sure I never have to have a party and I never have to have a team member. And the amazing Jim Miller's like, actually, both are true. You never have to do either. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and book 8 and hold 5 in your first 2 weeks of those parties. Then we'll never do one again. But it's really important you do that in the beginning so that your confidence muscle is super strong in both the products and your people skills. And I, in my naivete, said, oh, okay. Okay. Well, I want to be confident in the product, and I have no confidence in my people skills. So this is a great plan. So I actually booked 9 and held 9. You better believe I became the queen of coaching. If anyone agreed to be my hostess, my coaching of them was, remember all those parties you've ever held that I came to and bought something from? It doesn't matter to me if you're excited about my Mary Kay. The answer is yes. Would Tuesday or Thursday be better for you? I just need a few faces to practice on. So it was not the company's very professional script for us to use, but it got the job done, sugar. My first party was a 0. You're welcome. You can truly start at the bottom. And the great news about it is there's only one place to go, and that's up. From there, though, in the course of that next 2 weeks, I sold over $2,000. Again, proof that it's not where you start, but where you finish. And also the fact that when you have a great attitude, you literally can do everything wrong with the right attitude, like Mary Kay taught us, and it will all work out right if we have that pure heart. So I seemed committed to my no recruiting goal. And I held a facial where I sold almost $500. She bought the entire roll-up bag. And she said to me as I was packing up, we'd gone up to the car together. I'd filled her roll-up bag, given it to her, made sure she understood, remembered, what she was doing first, second, third, etc. And she said, I think I'd like to go ahead and do it. And I said, awesome, do what? Had not shared the opportunity, of course, with my commitment to having no team members. And she said, I think I want to do what you do. And I go, oh, what I do? Like the Mary Kay thing? And she said, yes. And I go, oh, I don't know about that. Like, if you want to come to the meeting on Monday, it's really far from here. But if you want to come, my director can tell you all about it and you can make that decision. Y'all, I dropped her like a hot potato. Now, I did make sure she knew where she was going, and she did meet me at the meeting, and she did sign up, and she became a qualified team member. But clearly it was not because I was so fabulous at convincing anyone or even talking about the opportunity. From there, of course, though, Deb Miller said, I know you didn't want any, but you have one, and if you just get two more, you'd know what to wear to the meeting every week. You'd have your red jacket, your white blouse, and your black skirt. And I was like, I'm in. If I just don't have to try to decide what skirt or dress I'm going to wear, that will provide so many solutions for me. Y'all, sometimes the reasons we do things aren't the reasons we, quote, should do them, right? Just the next step. But God knows and works with us anyways. Again, thank goodness for grace. So I began on a quest of, well, let me just see if anyone else might want to become a Mary Kay girl. And sure enough, several months later, that did happen. But I want to tell you about something that happened in between, because it's so appropriate for our topic today. I attended at that same woman, the amazing Judy Stats, first line to Rena Tarbett herself, a workshop in the back of their home in like a beautiful barn dominium type thing that she had as a training center. And she had brought in several other Tarbett sales directors to teach different classes. So I was proudly in the senior consultant class. And I was sitting on the front row so that I'd be sure to pay attention. And I had my notes all ready. And I remember because I was not feeling confident that day. I wasn't sure that I was even supposed to be in this class. My team member had already kind of done some wishy-washy situations. But I was an obedient girl, so I was in the class. Front row. And my teacher, Tarbett Sales Director Kathy Davis, looked me in the eye in front of like 30 other women and said, Julia, it is time for you to become a red jacket, to step into that. And y'all, I burst into tears. I felt so singled out. I'm sure she meant it as an affirmation, but I was mortified. Anybody else, an introvert in our screen time here together that can relate? And I was and she's like, oh my gosh, Julia, no, I mean it in the most positive way. And I looked at her, and it was one of the first times that without me pre-thinking about it, it just came out of me. It came out of me. And I said in front of all those women to Kathy, I want it to be true. But how do you know that I'm supposed to be a red jacket? I'm not leading well, myself or my one team member. I can't, there's no evidence that I see that that's the path that I should be taking. But I would love it if that was the truth, that God wanted me to be in that position. And y'all, I'll never forget, she lowered her notebook that she was about to teach from, and she leaned over the podium and she said, that right there is why I know it is time. And she got tears in her eyes. I'm getting emotional just telling you. And she said, it is not for the chosen few. It is for the few who choose. And your heart is crying out to you to choose it. Let's move you up into red this month. And y'all, a peace came over me. I decided I would doubt my own doubts and believe in the belief that others had in me. And I would step at least into that part of my calling. It's interesting because I said we had a flip chart back in the day, and there was a picture of a red Grand Am in it. And I would always say, at every facial or party, I would say, Now, this is the first free car you can earn the use of with Mary Kay, and that's one of my goals. I said it for months and months, a couple of years. I said it. No one ever asked me about it. And finally, someone said, well, how do you do that in the middle of a party? And I again said, do what? And they said, earn the use of the free car. And I was like, let me get back to you on that. So it became clear to me that even though my sales director talked about it at every meeting, I had no clue. I was affirming something I didn't even know the information about. It was time for me to become a little more educated about what the career path could offer me. So I had a phone call with the amazing Deb, and she informed me. And so I decided at that moment, sometimes we make these vows to ourselves. And I made a vow that as soon as I recruited my first star consultant, I would know it was time for me to earn the use of a free car. Well, several more months went by. The air conditioner went out in my car. My spouse decided that instead of fixing it, it would be so motivational for me to just earn a free Mary Kay one, which irritated the fire out of me. So I didn't know if really I was working to earn a free car to prove him right or wrong, but I was mad, and that was providing the fuel that I needed, right? And so lo and behold, I did what Rena Tarbett told me to do. I had a date book filled for the day I got home from seminar, as well as that first week that I'd be back. And on that party that I held the day after I returned home, the hostess said to me, I think I want to do it with you. And I said, it, like the Mary Kay thing? And she said, yes. And since I've helped you fill all these orders at your car for my big party, I want to do it like you do it and get product. So what size do you think I should get for my inventory? So we went over, because I was prepared. Be prepared before opportunity knocks, right? We went over the inventory brochure. She came in as a star. That's what she chose. We wrote on pencil and eraser and calculator. We did her order right then. She went and got a money order, handed it to me, and I drove it to distribution. And as I did, I thought, well, I've been saying it. As soon as I recruit a star, I will go on target for my car. And so I called Deb and I said, I know we don't have a whole lot of the month left, but Shelly just came in as a star consultant, so I need to go ahead and get on target for my car this month. I had quick conversations with my other 3, did a couple of parties for 2 of them, recruited another one, and away we went. Y'all, sometimes it really makes a difference what we decide we're going to do once something happens. What have you been waiting for? What did you make an agreement with yourself about that you've been waiting for something to happen instead of just grabbing it by the tails? God says that we have authority over so many things, but I found as women, what we want authority or control over are the things he says for us not to. What if this new year we decided we're going to take authority over it? Meaning all the things he has said we can have authority over: our attitude, our belief, doubting our doubts, spending time in our vision book, in our affirmations, making sure the top 5 people we're hanging around with are the cream of the crop, the best that there is, those that call us out and cause us to rise higher. Are you feeling any fear at this moment? Are you thinking, gosh, Jules, this is a lot. Like, you're speaking to me, but I'm feeling a little anxious. What if you're not feeling fear because you're afraid of doing it? What if that anxiety is simply a sign that God is inviting you higher, deeper into intimacy with Him, higher into a belief level of leading yourself well with Him, so that He can fill you to capacity, perhaps expand your capacity so that you can receive His provision? What if it is all about that? What if it is all about you acknowledging any fear or anxiety and then saying, the Lord God has given me authority over it fear. And so, therefore, I choose to lay you down and pick up that shield of faith, that belt of truth, and take my feet ready and willing to share the good news of this amazing Mary Kay opportunity far and wide to all I know, believing that as I do it, God Himself will provide for me and my needs. What if that was the decision we decided to make at this particular time? I believe it is your time to shine. I believe Mary Kay has been waiting for a leader just like you. So, will you accept the challenge? Will you move from just emotionalizing and envisioning to actually speaking out, decreeing and declaring that this is the day the Lord has made? This is the season that He has appointed and anointed me to step into my calling. It is time for me to be the woman He created me to be so that other women will rise to their full potential as well. I believe you are the women that will do it and bring millions more with you. Godspeed as you chase your God-given vision. Mwah. Love you big. Hello, beautiful.
Okay. I got the screen share stopped, didn't I?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we have, wasn't that wonderful? And you guys, I hope you have the paper that she was talking about. This was the booklet that comes with this course. And if you don't have it, I believe it's on the homepage of our meeting app. But it's a place where you can take notes and stuff. So I hope you've done that. And the tracking sheet that she talked about is in there if you didn't have the IPA sheet. Okay, so let's open up our rooms now. And the directors are going to wait until all of their people are in their rooms. And Judy's group will stay right here.
I clicked on the room box, but it disappears when I click on it. And now I can't find it.
Okay, let me, Laura, we'll just assign you.
Thank
Oops,
you.
room 1 is Linda's. I don't know why the name changed.
Thank you.
Anyone else need some help? Okay. Linda, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Jessica's,
Jessica's people go in room 1 also.
yes. So I think that would be Deidre.
Okay.
And I don't know Denise. It might be Denise. I don't know.
We'll send her there. If that's not right, she can go back.
Lena, are you still on the screen?
Lena, you want me to put her in your room?
Please, thank you.
Okay, I need
Okay,
to go.
Marianne stays here. Rihanna, whose person is that? I'm going to put her in Linda's.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking, well, how come I can't get to my room?
I will put you there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all righty. Oh, now I've got to go.
Linda's still here. Just you and me. No, Rihanna's still here too. This is pretty intimate, Marianne.
It's just me and you, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Peggy was out doing something, but she thought she would be back. Stacia told me she wouldn't be here. I have no idea where Becky is.
No, okay. Wait.
So, congratulations on a $300 week.
Yeah.
And I just was so excited about Karen Riddle. And I thought maybe we could talk a little bit more about that. What did she say that really resonated with you?
Um, it was the way she worded things, and I have to go back and listen to her again. But going back to her, my notes that I took on her, um, and she kind of, um, I think she had been either a paralegal or a legal assistant at one time,
Yeah.
and the way she said things just kind of helped me. Um, she said, gathering women around a table. She gave different ways of saying not to come and have a party, just let's get together.
She
Uh,
said it's a gathering.
yeah, that's it's a gathering instead of a party.
You
And
know, I can send you the replay of that if you want to watch it again.
okay, I not listen to it with the same thing, the same link, or is it the replay different?
I think it's the same.
Okay.
Was that a problem for you?
No, because if I should still have it if it's the same, the link.
Oh, no, I don't know. I think it's a different one.
Okay, well send it to me then.
Yeah, I will.
Um, and then the way she said, uh, I just need to get 10 more, I just need to practice with 10 more faces. Could you
Mhm.
help me reach my goal?
Right.
And know your know your products, which I do know, but then she was just saying, just just tell two facts about each one. Don't try to tell the whole thing.
Right.
And I think that I do a lot of talking sometimes when I don't need to.
I'm
Uh,
sure that's true.
and and then she said, quick, fast, keep their interest. So she was saying how you do a face race to get everything done. Uh,
Mhm.
and I really like that. And then that keeps them from talking and dragging things out and talking to each other. So I really like the face race.
Well,
Um,
you know, one of the things that she said is that she teaches it first
yeah,
and then they do it. And I
yeah.
really liked that because that's kind of how I like to operate.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like that too, because it seems like everybody recently has been going through, like, oh gosh, that darn glass skin thing with all of the
Yeah.
stuff, and it's just too much. It's a lot for anybody to take in, especially if they're not using all the products, and or they're not using a whole skincare set in the first place.
Well, you know, that's another appointment at another time. We are just talking about, doing the original faces.
Yeah.
Well, I already typed up my notes. I mean, I
You
was
like-
so jazzed about that whole session, because, it was very clear, very concise about you've got to do these 5 things. And if you're not doing these 5 things, if you don't master them, you're not going to move forward.
I also like the one half price product.
Right.
I thought that was really, rather than saying you get a lip gloss if you listen to me, you make it more worth their while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And, I think that you have to visualize a whole concept of what she was doing, number one, gathering the people together, having mastered, the 5 things,
mhm.
teach it before they do it, then do it and have them have a face race. She gave out tickets, for various things. And one of them was just whenever somebody raised their hand first, that when she said second facial or something.
But I also liked her set sheet.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I need to go back and listen to it again. But I thought her set sheet was really good.
Does anybody know where we can get it? I've been looking everywhere for it.
Becky, where'd you
Hi.
come?
I just popped in. But yeah, I've been looking all over. I Googled it. I did lots of things. I just liked it because it was so simple. And mine is not simple.
Well, yeah, and they have to be, people, if they're overwhelmed, they can't make a decision. You give them too many options, they shut down, and what we know is we have the basic people, the medium people, and the one who buy it all, whether they know how to use it or not. So you only really need 3 options with, they can do add-ons if they want.
And the $100 shopping spree. And if you have 3 people there, you get 150. I mean, that's so simple that it's so easy to remember. I'm terrible about forgetting things, so I need things that is going to help me.
Yeah, I would recommend that if you're gonna, change the system up, is that you do an outline. So you've thought through, first, second, third, what you're gonna do, and then you follow it. Can put it in a, little folder class thing, like a page protector.
Yeah.
And just have it right there so that you stay on track.
I like it, Judy.
And practice, practice, practice. Right, Judy?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
Listening to Linda Tupin the other night, and she, practice, record it. Same things you've always told us. Yep.
I know,
Hearing
sometimes
way was just good. And then of course, she went on to the same words that Judy Roman always says, and that's to get your dream in your heart and get into the faith zone and write down what your dreams are. And somehow it all goes back to Judy.
Well, 54 years, I've been around long before most of them. And a lot of the stuff we figured out because it wasn't there. You had to figure it out. There was nobody leading at that point. So, yeah, I wrote that down too. Leave the safe zone and enter the faith zone.
I think
Just
down too.
wrote down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Becky, what did you get out of it?
I just love that she is a national sales director that still out seeing faces. So
She's working. She's
kind of like Kristen Sharp, and she, she's out there. She knows what she's doing. I love this set sheet. I did write down too that what Marianne was saying, because I don't have a good hostess program out top, but she just made it easy. To bring 2 or 3 guests, you get $50. I cut it back though. 2 to 3 guests, $50 shopping spree. 4 or more, I put 100, but I think I'm going to cut that back just because I've had a lot of 0 parties, so I don't want to be giving away the hostess all the stuff if she's not bringing people that are going to buy. No, but yeah, I've gone back. I've listened to it like 2 or 3 times, and I need to listen to it again and take more notes. And I think, let me ask you this, both of you, because I've been thinking about this a lot lately. So for years, it's been skincare, put in the microdermabrasion, or charcoal mask or microderm. They order the charcoal mask and no one's ever reordered it from me. So I'm thinking about taking that out and just she just did skincare and CC cream.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about going back to doing that because what do you guys think? I mean, yeah.
Well, what is that? Oh, that's me on you.
What?
Can you hear it, Marianne?
I sound like your growl of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went away though. It's gone now.
Okay. The thing about mask is we have to teach people to use it twice a week, weekends and Wednesdays. And that is a big tube, so it's going to take them a while to go through it. But, I always check with people, are you doing your mask? And if they're not, I go back into why it's so important, and then they get back on track again. But it's really easy for people to get sidetracked. And I loved it when she said, they have a summer line. I use some of this and some of that.
I love
Mhm.
that. The
Yeah.
summer line is
Because
perfect for me.
I gotta
It's
practice
so
that
true.
one. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
so true.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the way she starts every one of her parties, it sounded like.
right.
And I really like that.
Well, she was having fun with people.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the way she said, like when you're out talking to somebody and you talk you're trying to schedule an interview, and you say, would you rather have a lip gloss or a mascara? And they say, oh, I'd like to have a lip color. Well, then she just goes out to her car and snaps a picture of the lipstick, or a picture from the catalog, and says, I can't wait to get together for you to get this lipstick. And I just like that because I'm not using my texting right.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that would help me a little bit on the texting kind of thing. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
and here's the thing that I think is super important. And that is, if you like this and this feels good to you and you're excited about it and you believe in it and you think you can do it and that it's going to work, just do this. Be done. Put your blinders on. Don't go out foraging around for other things to add to it, because that's where you get lost.
Mhm.
So, if this really excites you and you think this is going to work, then this is what you want to do and not anything else.
Okay.
Because there's too much stuff out there. It's easy to be distracted. And I'm sure that somebody's got Karen Riddle's information, maybe another national sales director, where we could get this from her. Or did you go on Facebook and look at her Facebook page?
Yeah, I tried to find her website and then I Googled it. I think I asked, yeah, I did go on her Facebook and I couldn't find it. So I didn't know if they send it over when they send over the boxer. I mean,
There are no documents with it.
okay. I did go to her Facebook and I didn't see anything.
But you can put your own together. And when you do it yourself and you know what's on there, it's a lot easier for you to use it. When you get somebody else's, you have to figure out how to use what they put on there and why did they put it on there. Honestly, if you can use the computer and put that on there, I think you're much better off. And you can adjust it, you can add, take away, see how it works. But I wouldn't, all the time that you've invested trying to find it, you could probably have already done yours.
No, I couldn't make it. I'm not that computer savvy. But I can piece it together. I found one pretty close, so I'll let you. Okay, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't spend that much time, but yeah. But yeah, I agree.
Okay. So anything else that we want to talk about? What are your weeks look like for this week coming up?
I'm still going to make some phone calls. I've been talking to some people that I haven't talked to, and that's been good. I actually got a call from the girl who recruited me. and she ordered a couple of products this week. She did it off of my shop because she lives kind of far away from me. So, I said, well, you can just go in there and enter your credit card and have it mailed to you. And she said, okay, I'll do that. But yeah, she was on Lisa Streeter's team, Cherry Yeski. I don't know if you remember that name, but and she just got like the eye gel, the eye patches, and something for moisturizing. But one of the things I wanted to tell you was that did I tell you about the girls at work that I think I told Karen's group this. I was in the workroom, the service area, and one of the girls, I mean, there's, I have books around. People hear me talk about Mary Kay, but there's two ladies that don't want to have anything to do with it. One of them in particular even gave me back the book or gave me back a sample that I had given her and said, I won't use that. And one of the girls said, well, I'm 62. And they were saying, well, I wouldn't have guessed you were 62, or somebody said that. And I just looked at her and said, well, I'm 65. And everyone in that room just kind of looked at me. And I said, well, it's
the Mary Kay.
No, I said, it's my Mary Kay and my hairstylist. And they all went, oh, wow, Marianne, we know you sell that Mary Kay, but, both of those girls. I said, well, I've got something going on right now where if you want to purchase the mini travel set and use it, and then if you like it, then you can reorder it and I'll give you a discount on your set. And both of them have been using it, and one of them came over to me today. The one that gave me the sample back and said, I want everything except for the cleanser. She said, I still like my wipes that I use from such and such. And I said, well, just so it doesn't, Mary Kay is we really like to use a whole set so that everything works together. But if you don't have any kind of a problem with your wipes, that's fine. And she said, okay, well, I want the moisturizer in the day and the night. I said, okay, I'll bring it tomorrow. Oh, you got it? I said, yeah.
Cool.
See you tomorrow.
And did you find a foundation shade for her?
Not yet. I don't think she's ready for that, but she did purchase a full size of the new product for the that goes under the moisturizer for redness. Darn it. I'm trying to think of the clear. Restore. Thank you. So,
okay.
And she's been using that daily and nightly, and she really likes it.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we've got a good thing going on here. And I'm excited for you girls. I haven't, I was so excited with what Karen did because I haven't come across anybody that really presented things. Like Julia tonight was very, very good, but she didn't give us any meat and potatoes about do this, do that, for results. Karen, this is all the basics, and she's just done an outstanding job, and she has a 6-month-old baby.
She does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
That was in the introduction.
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Well, and she's got 3 kids, she was married, got divorced, got married again. Now she has 3 kids. I mean, she's done this twice. God love her. I mean, she really is inspiring.
I don't know how she does it.
Well, I look back and I don't know how I did it when I did it either, know? Yeah. So we all find our own way to move forward. But boy, you gotta want it. You really have to want it and be willing to do the work. And this is just a great blueprint. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a goal for this week and that you have a daily goal. You know that. All right.
Are you doing okay?
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing Tai Chi.
Oh, good.
I have got an app on my iPad and I have completed 2 whole weeks.
I've seen that, and I've thought about doing that myself, Judy. So
yeah, it's only like 10 minutes, but it's, they promise you big things and I can make 10 minutes. And then I went to Pilates today also, so I'm pretty stretched out.
Good. Are you seeing your granddaughter a lot?
We went over and saw her new house and it's a cute little starter home, you know.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, it's slow getting it together. So I'll see her again soon. I'm gonna see my grandson Wednesday. Did my son's birthday party last week. La da 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 da, on and on. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Okay.
Okay. Have a
Awesome.
great week. Thanks for being on tonight. I really appreciate it. I was going, I'm feeling kind of lonesome here. So,
Nice
all
to
right.
meet you, Becky. Bye-bye.
Nice to see you guys. Bye.
Bye.